Well, good evening, everybody, and hope that everybody is having a wonderful day. Really looking forward to tonight. Cindy's not here, working late, but you got me, and so we are going to have a fantastic show. I hope. I think it's going to be good, but we'll see. But I'm excited about it. We're going to be talking about excursions in things that you can do in Grand Cayman. A lot of people ask me, hey, what are there some things that we can do in Grand Cayman? And we are actually getting ready to go to Grand Cayman here in a few weeks on the booze cruise, Halloween booze cruise in uh, October 29th. So it is getting close and close out of New Orleans. I cannot wait for that cruise. So looking forward to that. Looking really excited for that. Get to meet a lot of great friends, people that we've never met in person before, just through YouTube. So getting very, very excited about that. So for y'all that are going on that cruise, I hope that you are looking forward to that also. So we are going to be talking about about that, and then we're going to play some would you rather or I would rather, and have some of that and just have some fun. So hope that you are having a wonderful evening, and let's check into the chat, see what everyone are talking about, and say hey to people, and then we will get rolling on with the show. So let's see. First person in the chat was Rob, and that was this morning. But welcome in, Rob. I don't know if you're here right now, but hopefully you are. Says good day, all. 48 more sleeps till the cruise day. Yep. Cannot wait for the cruise. Rob is going on the booze cruise. Cannot wait. And we've got Z in the house. Says good evening, content creators. Good evening, Z. And hopefully you are having a wonderful evening, sir. And welcome in. Glad that you are here. And we have James Cantonese says birthday at Ocean to Ocean Travel. Birthday. Is that your birthday, James? And let us know in the chat. Birthday. It's not our birthday today, but thank you, James. And hopefully you're having a wonderful evening, sir. And everything is going well with you. And we've got Tony G is in the house. Welcome in, Tony. Hopefully that you are having a wonderful evening, sir. And we've got Clock Family Adventures, Mike, maybe Ricky. Welcome in, guys. Hopefully you are having a wonderful day. And we've got the Moonlight Adventures in the house. Says we will see on the OG booze cruise, original booze cruise, often imitated but never duplicated. Awesome, Josh. Welcome. And yep, cannot wait to meet you in Chastity, my friend. And hopefully you are having a wonderful day. And everybody, if you could, and this one might have been a reference to our poll question, but if you could answer the poll question as you come in, if you haven't done it yet. And the poll question is, what is your favorite holiday cruise? Or do you have a favorite holiday cruise? Or do you cruise on the holiday on a holiday? Obviously, YouTube doesn't let you put all that in on a poll question, but we do have what would be your favorite holiday cruise. One of them is Christmas. We also have New Year's, Halloween, and then other. Put in the chat. And maybe you don't like to cruise on the holidays, and you can put that in the chat also. And I promise we are going to end this one. I am so bad at not ending the poll at the end of the stream live. I plan on answering the poll. So everyone remind me if I forget. So, but excited that you all are here. And then Josh saying hey to everybody. And then we've got Sea Lake Journeys is in the house. Welcome in, Chet, Robin. Hopefully you are having a wonderful day, wonderful evening, and we are so glad that you are here. We've got Traveler Bus, Aaron and Tracy, welcome in. We are so glad that you guys are here, and hopefully you are having a wonderful evening, and we're going to get to see you in just a few short weeks also. Checking down, and I don't know if I said hi to Tony G 1975, but welcome in Tony G 1975. Hopefully, actually, I think I did say hi to you earlier. Yes, I did. So, well, welcome again, Tony G. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful evening, sir. And we've got the Bud Files is in the house. It's hello, peoples. Hello, Bud Files. Welcome in. Hopefully, you are having a good evening, and we are so glad that you are here. And everyone is saying hi to everyone. I absolutely love that when you all are chatting with each other. All of my chat just jumped, but yep. And hashtag KMI. We are almost in that point too. We're under 50 days now, so we are. I think we're like at 48, 47 days, something like that. So we are getting close. And we've got Facebook user says, hello, Bruce. Well, hello, Facebook user. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. Who you are. And we Cat Daily. Well, welcome in. It says, hey, people, welcome in. And so glad that you are here this evening. And hopefully everything is going well with you tonight also. And we've got House of X is in the house. Welcome in, guys. I hope Leo and Wanston, hopefully you guys are having a wonderful evening, and glad that you guys are here tonight. And the Z Show says, my favorite cruise will be the Christmas cruise on the greatest cruise ship of all time, the Carnival Jubilee, December 23rd. Yep, that is going to be a fantastic cruise for you, Z. There's a lot of people that are going to be on that cruise, and it is going to be such a great time. And we've got Embarkation Nation, Andrew, Jennifer, welcome in. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful evening today, and everything is going well with you. And we've got Orange Cone Vlog Ross in the house. Welcome in, Ross. Glad that you are here. Was talking to Ross earlier today. We are getting ramped up and getting ready for that rock and roll tribute band group cruise on the Royal Caribbean Wonder of the Seas. Cannot wait. We're just waiting on some dates from Royal. Cannot wait for that cruise. It is going to be fantastic. I cannot wait. And Kathy Mills is in the house. Welcome in, Kathy. Glad you are here. Hopefully everything is going well with you, and having a great evening. And Cruising with Keith is in the house. And Cruising with Keith likes Thanksgiving. We have not cruised on a Thanksgiving cruise yet. We have looked at them. We almost did one, and then it ended up getting canceled during the C word. So, but we would like to try a Thanksgiving one. We have done Christmas, and we've done Halloween, and getting ready to do Halloween again this year. And we've got Mike and Rihanna Adventures in the house. Welcome in, Mike, Rihanna. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful evening, and welcome in. Glad you are here. And we've got Warm Strong Adventures. Bill is in the house. Hello, Ocean to Ocean. Welcome in, Bill. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. And we've got Hello Bruce from Cruise Nuts. The Nuts are in the house. Welcome in. We're going to get to see them in a few weeks also. Cannot wait. It is going to be exciting. And we've got Controversial Cruising is in the house. Scott, welcome in. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening, sir. And Orange Cloud says, do you need a holiday cruise? Every day is a holiday when you cruise. You know what, Ross? That is absolutely right. You know, being able to just get on a cruise ship and not worry about anything for a few days is a holiday. And so, absolutely, you don't need a holiday to enjoy that cruise. That is so true. Just checking down. And we've got Eddie is in the house. Yo, Brooklyn in the house. GLT Raid will welcome in Eddie. And Eddie just set up a new group cruise, going to be on the Carnival. Good going to be on the Norwegian Viva out of San Juan on January 26th of 2025. It is going to be a great cruise, great ship. That's a sister ship to the Prima. So if anyone is interested in getting on that ship, get a hold of me and we can get you booked so you can get the great amenities and everything that is going on that comes along with booking into a group cruise. You're gonna want to book it through the group. So get a hold of me and we can do that. And we've got JNS Adventures, Jeremy, in the house. Welcome in, Jeremy. Glad you are here. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful evening, and you guys just had the live just before us and the After Dark raid. And sorry I missed it. I was getting ready for the show, but I'm sure that you guys had a great live, and I will be going back after to take to watch that. So hopefully I'm sure it went well. And Cruising Ski says 20 more to go to hit that 500 milestone. All right, guys. So if you everyone go check out Cruising with Keith. Check out his channel and subscribe and show him some love. And let's get him over that milestone. Absolutely. And Clock Family, Clock Mike says, I will cruise on all but Christmas. Don't want to miss seeing any family on Christmas. That's a really good point, Mike. And a lot of people won't cruise during the Christmas time, or actually any of the holidays, but especially Christmas. That seems to be one of the most family times. And so a lot of people won't cruise during that time. We did do that, but we took our family with us. We took all the kids with us. So it was a great time. So, but completely understand a lot of people won't cruise during that time. And we got Carmen is in the house. Welcome in, Carmen. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. So glad that you are here. And, hopefully you're having a good evening. All right, guys. Well, there was a couple cruise items I wanted to talk about, or news items, I should say, not cruise items, but a couple news items. And one of them, and some people have probably already heard this, but if you hadn't, then you heard it first here. But the Carnival legend that's sailing to Greenland. A lot of people booked this to go to Greenland and everything. Well, it's missing its ports, or have already, because it's cruising right now. Missed its ports in Greenland due to the hurricane and they had to divert. So I think it's called Hurricane Adalia, something like that. And so they had to divert and could not go to Greenland. They did give of course, anyone that had excursions set up for that Greenland, in Greenland, they got all those refunded. Plus, everyone was getting onboard, or every cabin was getting an onboard credit of $400 for the for not being able to make those ports. And that stuff, especially the onboard, giving credit for missing them. The cruise lines don't have to do that. It says that in the contract that they're not held responsible if due to weather reasons. So that's really great. And a lot of people are disappointed because they booked that cruise specifically because it was going to Greenland. So I know that they are really upset about that. But Carnival is obviously, they got their refund for their excursions, but they also gave $400 onboard credit. So that is fantastic. And glad that they were able, that they did that. And then the other news is about Disney, and that is about, as everyone probably knows, that Disney had purchased the Global Dream. That they had purchased that from a company that went out of business. And so I think it was Gentag, I believe it was. Anyways, they purchased the Global Dream, a huge cruise ship. It was going to be the largest cruise ship in the world when it was going to be revealed. But Disney bought it, and obviously they're revamping it, and they're not going to have 9,000 guests like it originally was going to be. I think they're going to have somewhere around 4,500 guests or something like that, which will still be the largest ship in the Disney fleet. And they are calling the ship the Disney Treasure. And it will be debuting in I believe in 2024 or 2025. So that's exciting that they have named that ship, and that ship's moving forward. They're getting it designed to be as a Disney ship, and so it should be really nice to see once it is once it is once it's hitting the water and starting to bring guests on. And what's Ross saying? Says Orange Cone Vlog says cruising secret: the week after Thanksgiving is the slowest week in the cruise industry. That is true, and that's when we are actually probably looking at doing the Rock and Roll Tribute group cruise. Is the week right after Thanksgiving. It is a slow week, so it should be good, and cannot wait. And Antoinette is in the house. Welcome in, Antoinette. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. Glad that you are here. And we've got Will. Together we travel. Welcome in, Will. Hopefully, so glad that you guys are here, and hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. We've got Sharon in the house from Cruising Scene. Welcome in, Sharon. And hopefully you are having a wonderful, wonderful evening. So glad that you are here. Let's check in the chat one more time before we move on. All right. Well, one thing that, a lot of people have asked me about what excursions can we do in Grand Cayman. And the Booze Cruise, Grand Cayman is one of our stops. So I put 10 excursions together that you could do in Grand Cayman. All right. And the first one is probably the most popular, and that is Stingray City. And look how majestic those animals are. So cute. And I know that Jeremy just cannot wait. But this is one. We've done Stingray City 3 times now, and it's a fun, fantastic place to go. And when you pull up, this is kind of what you see when you are pulling up on the boat that you're going to be on. You're going to see other people, unless you're the very first boat. You're going to see a bunch of boats up there. They back up to the sandbar, and then you get off, you get into the water, you see all of the stingrays swimming around, just majestic. And it is so much fun. And you can book this excursion through the cruise line, or you can book it on your own. There are companies that would take you out there, excursion companies that would take you out there. You don't have to book it through the cruise line. I recommend it just, because there's the issues of timing and stuff. But either way, this is a great excursion. However you want to go there, I do recommend this excursion. Again, we have done it 3 times, and it is a lot of fun. We're not going to be doing it this time just because we've done it 3 times and we want to experience something else. So we're going to do something else in Grand Cayman this time. This is a great, great excursion. One of the excursions we're going to be talking about is one that we are looking at doing. So, but that is a great excursion. The second excursion is 7 Mile Beach. And 7 Mile Beach, it is, like I said, 7 miles along down. There are a ton of restaurants and bars and resorts. There's some where you can do an all-inclusive resort on this beach. There's a lot of different type of excursions that you can do in different ways to enjoy 7 Mile Beach. But this is also a very popular excursion, and there's lots of seating, lots of lots of uh, you know, like I said, there's a lot of different resorts and there's lots of seating available and canopies and umbrellas and stuff like that really to enjoy. So this is the second one that you could enjoy is 7 Mile Beach. Another one is a distillery and wine tasting. So if you are into wine tasting and you want, and rum tasting also. But um, you can book an excursion either through the cruise lines or on your own to one of the distilleries in Grand Cayman and can taste a lot, different wines, different rums and vodkas. They also have finger foods and different things that you can eat. There's also some excursions that a lunch and a city tour is included with the distillery and wine and rum tasting. This is a really popular one. Also, a lot of people come and do this one, and so this is another nice excursion that you could partake in. And then we've got the Reef and Wreck Snorkel Adventure, and this one is the one that we are looking at doing. If you like to snorkel, this is a really to do a shipwreck there and see and the nice tropical fish. It is a really cool excursion, and this is the one that we are looking to do. The reefs and the wildlife under the water there and everything is just fantastic. And so this is a great excursion also to do. And so this is another, and this is one that we're actually looking at doing. So should be a lot of fun. So let us check into the chat. My chat jumped, so I am I got to see where I left off at. Uh, Sorry about this, guys, but we're right. I think we're somewhere in this area. So if I overskipped you guys, I apologize. But I think I was right in this area. Yep, I think so. So let's just check with the chat here and see. Lake Journey says, "Love Stingray City." Robin, not so much. Robin didn't like Stingray City. Yeah, some people, they having those things because it's kind of cool, if you like that, because the stingrays they will go between your legs. If your legs are open a little bit, they'll just swim right between them. It was the first time they did that, and I felt it along my leg. It kind of freaked me out a little bit, but it was cool. And I was enjoying it. And one thing that you got to do at Stingray City too, if you want to, is you can hold them, you can feed them. They give you just a little bit of squid. You hold into your hand and let them. It's a lot of fun. So it's definitely something you should experience at least once. If you don't want to do it after that, okay, you at least did it once, and so you ought to give it a shot if you never have. And we've got Billy, Bamanola Adventures in the house. Welcome in, Billy. And Billy has a group cruise. Billy has set up a group cruise. I'm going to talk about it, Billy. It's on the Carnival Jubilee, March 2025. March 1st. It's going to be over. It's going to be over Mardi Gras. It's the week of Mardi Gras. So you need to check out this one going out of Galveston. It's going to be fantastic in March of 2025. You need to check out this group cruise. It is going to be fantastic. And Tony G 1975 says, I will be doing Stingray City for the first time next year. That is awesome, Tony. I highly recommend everyone just to do it at least once. It is a fun time. You get out there. The boat that we were on, they had drinks and food included. So that might be part of your excursion, but definitely check it out at least once. It's a great time. And Cruising Scene Anytime says, love Stingray City. All right. And then Bruce is Montego Bay and Grand Cayman tender ports. Grand Cayman is not it's Grand Cayman a tender port. I'm trying to think. I believe Grand Cayman is a tender port. Montego Bay is not a tender port, but I believe that Grand Cayman is a tender port. I should have that one prepared. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I believe that Grand Cayman is a tender port. If anyone else in the chat knows, please let us know. But I believe that it is. If I was booking somebody, I would know it. If I need to go back and look again. I believe that it is. Montego Bay is not a tender port. They go up to a dock. So, um, and Bamanola says, been a long day at the office today. Oh my goodness, Billy. Hopefully you got some get some rest, buddy. So, and then Sharon says, like your hat, Bruce. Thank you very much. Yeah, I enjoy this hat. This is my cruising hat. We are getting ready for a cruise. So this is my cruising hat. You guys will see me wearing this on the booze cruise for all you that are going. Um, and Billy says, hey, Sea Lake Journeys, I got a notification that you did something awesome, but haven't had time to see what you did. Thanks in advance. Awesome. Yep, they just put one out. And Eddie says doing it also. So I'm thinking that you are talking about Stingray City. That is awesome. Yep, Stingray City is fun. And I must have missed Scott. Oh, there we go. I got you. Hey, Mr. Joe Scott, welcome in. Glad you are here, sir. Hopefully, you are having a wonderful evening and everything is going well with you. Glad that you are net. Glad that you are here. And Facebook here says, Cruise Nuts, what was the snorkel cruise called? What was the snorkel cruise called? Can you elaborate on that? I'm not sure. Yeah, if you could elaborate on that. Uh, and Scott says, "I hate Stingray City. Never will do it again." You know, and some people don't like it once they, they can get kind of weird with, with those stingrays going around. But I'd be interested to hear, Scott, what you did not like about Stingray City. Very interesting. And hey, we got See Me Traveling is in the house. Says evening, Bruce at Ocean Travel. I picked New Year's cruise for a holiday. We'll see how Halloween goes very soon. Absolutely, we are going to see them on the booze cruise. Cannot wait. And we were going to be on a New Year's Eve cruise this year, but we end up, because of scheduling with Cindy's work, end up having to change it. We're now going in February on the Jubilee. But it'd be interesting to see. But yep, Halloween, cannot wait. That the booze cruise is going to be fantastic. And Eddie says yes, it's a tender port. That's what I thought, Eddie. Thank you very, 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 very much. And James Cantonese says yes, it is a tender port. Did it with the pride. Awesome, James. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. And Eddie says, Bruce, the snorkeling. I got to lose my fear for sharks. Very, very cool. And I was going to be, that was one of the cruise, that was one of the poll questions I was going to ask is, would you, in fact, well, that's coming up actually in the Would You Rathers, but lost your fear of four sharks. You lost your fear of sharks snorkeling. Or you have to lose your fear of sharks. Well, yeah. You know what? We've snorkeled almost in every port we've been at, Eddie, and we've never seen a shark. So I guess we just don't go in the right areas. So come snorkeling with us, buddy, and you and Alice don't have to worry about the sharks. We never see them. We do see a lot of beautiful tropical fish, so it is fantastic. And Chet says, don't worry about sharks. The jellyfish keep them away. There you go. And Cruise Nuts here, snorkel excursion. Um, oh, the The oh, I got it now. You do yeah, the snorkel, it's going to be I think it's going to be nice. So that's the one we're looking at right now, is that one. We try to snorkel at least in one on a cruise in one port during the cruise. We got our own snorkel gear, and we have a lot of fun snorkeling, and we get to see a lot of fun things and using the GoPro and everything. So we try to at least snorkel one time on the cruise. We don't always do it, but we look at it anyways. And Billy says, "We love Stingray City. The kids loved it too. Very cool. Yeah, a lot of people love it. Some don't. So, but yeah, we enjoyed it." Um, and Chris Whiskey says, "I actually am booked um, for the Horizon for the Memorial Day 2024 cruise. Very, very cool. You're going to have a great time. We haven't cruised on Memorial Day or Veterans Day or any of those holidays. So that's awesome. That'd be something we could look at too, cruising during that time. Uh, see, like Jenny says, it can be fun when there is nothing to see. Yeah, well, when you're snorkeling, you do want to see something, hopefully. And Sherry's in the house. Welcome in, Sherry. Glad you're here. Hopefully, you had a good dinner. Sherry went and met with Darian for dinner, which is awesome, from magnificent Germany with Darian. So hopefully you had a good dinner. And Destination Fun, Sherry says, I saw a shark a few weeks ago for the first time. Now, uh, was that when you were in the water snorkeling or something? Because I know that you showed the shark there during the hurricanes. Is that the one you're talking about? I remember seeing that also. Um, and then Eddie says, lucky you, sharks don't like bats, Mr. Yeah, they probably don't like bats. I don't know, but who knows? All right, well, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which is Crystal Caves. Now, Crystal Caves is also a very, very cool excursion, and this is underground. If you have a phobia of being underground and stuff, this may not be your excursion. And from my understanding, this is another one that we were looking at. So if anyone's in the chat that has done Crystal Caves in Grand Cayman, be very interested to see what your thoughts are. They when we were looking at it, looked like there might be some tight spaces that you'd be going into it also. Um, but you will be on a guided tour with someone that's talking about the caves. But just remember that you do go underground, but it does look very, very cool, and looks like something that we would love to do. And so we we may not be doing it this time. Like I said, we're really looking at that the snorkeling one with the shipwreck, but this also looks like a very, very fun excursion. And then if you love to swim with the dolphins, then you can do this dolphin swim and adventures. And there's a lot of different excursions either through the cruise line, or you can do it on your own with an excursion company, but you get to interact with the dolphins, swim with the dolphins, and some people really enjoy that. So if you do want to interact with dolphins, that's another thing you can do in Grand Cayman. And then you've got the rum cake factory, and you can tour and get all the lowdown on their manufacturing process of their rum cakes. And then I believe you also get to taste some. And then if you want to, you can buy some. You can take this excursion and buy Cindy and I one. But you can do the rum cake factory tour. Looks really, really fun too. And then you can learn all about how they produce the rum cakes. And then you can also do a Cayman rum and beer with beach and lunch. So you can do a rum and beer tasting is what it is. And then it's at the beach. And then lunch, an authentic Cayman uh, food. Lunch is included, and there's lots of seating areas and umbrellas and all that kind of stuff. So this also looks at like a very fun excursion to taste different rums and stuff like that. If you like the horseback, there's also the horseback riding and swim. And this is a fun one. I used to own a horse. But this looks like a fun excursion too. If you do want to try this out. This is another excursion that you can partake in. Could be a lot of fun if you do like to ride. And then there's the St. James Castle and Botanic Gardens, and this looks fun. See the old castle, the Botanic Gardens. Cindy and I love to go to Botanic Gardens. We've done those excursions before, and they are a lot of fun. And so those are 10, and there are a lot more than that, obviously, but those are 10 ideas of excursions that you could do when you are in Grand Cayman. And so let's go over and see if we've got anything else being said in the chat. I think I got all the way down to, and it says, I have a fear of snakes. As of 2 weeks ago, one popped me. Popped you? Did you get bit by a snake, Billy? Oh my goodness. Wow. Uh wow. That's crazy, buddy. Be careful out there. Be careful. And then Eddie said, somebody say cake. Yeah, absolutely. Get some of that rum cake. We love rum cake. Rum cake is so good. We did a rum cake in Cozumel, which is fantastic. But maybe we'll be able to try some rum cake in Grand Cayman. And yep. Oh, he says it was a water moccasin. Oh my goodness. There, Billy. I'll play something else now. We are going to do Would You Rather, or I Would Rather, whichever way you want to say it. I did it as I would rather, but it's would you rather. So, and in the answers, just put them in the chat what you would rather do. And I think we have about 10 of these to do or so. So this should be a lot of fun, I hope, or be interesting to see what people think. All right, here we go. So I would rather, or would you rather? But I did, I would rather. Would you rather go back in time or go forward in time? So would you rather go back in time to maybe fix stuff up that you messed up, or to go back and see somebody? Maybe I'd love to go back in time and talk some more to my parents, especially back before my mom got dementia and everything. And so would love to be able to go back in time and see her again. Or would you like to go forward in time, maybe to find out, scores of sports events, something, and come back and bet on them or whatever? But would you rather go back in time or forward in time? And Chet says that moccasins are nasty. Yes, they can be. And Ross says go forward. Billy says back in time. Sharon says back in time. James says go back in time. Carmen says back in time. And Eddie says back in a heartbeat. Absolutely. And Sherry says back in time. And Cruising with Keith says back in time, play to winning lotto. No, actually, that's not a bad idea. Know what they are now, then go back. Pick a week and day that they didn't win the $1 billion lotto, and then go back, put those numbers down, and there you go. Boy, that would really change your life, wouldn't it? All right, so let's go with number 2, which is, that's a little small. Sorry about that. But would you rather see a Marvel movie or a DC movie? So do we have Marvel fans or DC fans? The comic, and they do the different movies. Marvel is like, the fan. You've got the Hulk and uh, who are some of the other Marvel, Iron Man, and some of those other ones there. Or you've got DC, which is Batman. But which would you rather see? Would you rather see a Marvel movie or a DC movie? And Ross says Marvel. Eddie says Marvel. What? I was sure you were a DC fan there, Eddie. And then we got Cruising with Keith says Marvel. Tony G says Marvel. And then Ross says, although DC is Marvel. And then Scott Controversial Cruising says Marvel. Sharon says neither. All right. Yeah. Some people aren't into the comic and bought to real life superheroes and stuff like that. Carmen says don't know. And Destination Fun says Marvel. All right. Well, let's go on to the third one, which is, do you guys prefer to lounge by the pool or lounge by a beach? So are you pool people or beach people? Some people are pool people because they don't want to deal with sand on the beach. But some people, like Cindy and I, we love the beach. So which are you? Oh, and uh, Eddie says, like both Marvel, like both, but Marvel better because I am Iron Man. And uh, Mike also says Marvel. All right. So Tony G says by the pool. Eddie says by the pool. Ross says by the pool. There we go. Billy says the beach. Clock says by the pool. Sea Leg says pool. Cruising scene. Sharon says beach, definitely, absolutely. And Mike says no sand. Yep, some people don't like the sand. So, Mike, are you going to Paradise Beach, and are you going to hang around the pool, or well, you're probably going to hang around the pool since you said no sand. Uh, Destination Fun. Sherry says beach. Carmen says beach. And then Cruising Ski says pool. I hate sand. I hear you there. And Eddie says sharks. So Eddie's got the pool because he doesn't like the sharks. Absolutely. And the nut says beach. Absolutely. And Warmstrong says H. Okay. So, oh, and Scott says Lido. Oh, there we go. Bill says beach. And Ross says hate the open water. Absolutely. And Clock says yes at pool. Awesome. Well, it's going to be a fun time there. Can't wait. All right. Next one. Would you rather stop at a new port each day or have more sea days? But basically, I should have said have only sea days. But which would you rather do? Stop at a port each day or have more sea days? And Chet says, I've heard of pool sharks too. You know what, Chet? I have too. I know that they exist. And Clock says, I'll be at the pool as long as Kurt doesn't pee in it. Oh my goodness. Are you going to participate in the big splash contest, Mike? Are you going to participate on the big splash contest? I know Kurt's going to be there. He is the champion. He's going to show us all how to do it. And Ross says would both. And I'm right there with you, Ross. I that's kind of why we're looking at maybe doing a journeys type cruise or whatever too, because I would like to stop at more ports, but I love sea days also. So I'm with you there. Um, and then Scott says Newport each day. Very cool. Carmen says more ports. Yeah, we love going to the ports unless we've been there a lot of times. But that sounds cool. And yep, Eddie's group cruise that's happening in January 2025 has 8 ports, no sea days. So that would be a great cruise for you all to get on that love ports is to get on this group cruise. Just get a hold of me at Bruce at oceanoceantravel.com and we can get you a cool quote and get you on that ship. It is going to be fantastic. So make sure you get a hold of me and we can do that. All right. And Billy says port. Bill says ports. Awesome. Sharon likes the ports. Keith, more sea days. There you go. James says ports. And Chet says either works for me. And uh, yep, pool sharks, they exist, Eddie. Better watch out. They do exist. And Ross says, belly flop king here. Uh-oh, too bad you weren't going on the booze cruise this year, Ross. Maybe you'd be in for competition to win that trophy. That sounds awesome. And Mike says, maybe. Depends on how much I have to drink before. So, you know what? That is going to be drinking and eating. You're probably going to want to have an empty stomach when you do that, or you might be filling that pool up with some other stuff. And let's see here. Cruising says both. Awesome. Yep. And yep, you are Chet's uh, uh, leg baby daddy. All right. And House of X says pool and beach, like them both. Absolutely. I'm right there with you guys. Um, uh, we do love them both, you know, the beach or the pool. We've gone to Paradise Beach before, and we can, you know, they got the nice pool there and they've got the beach right there. And we have spent time on the beach and maybe get in the water a little bit, and then we'll go, and they have loungers that you can actually put in the pool. We'll sit in those loungers and have a great time and eat and drink and everything. So it's a fun time at there too, in the beach, in the at the pool Paradise. So cannot wait. All right, next one. Here you go, Eddie. Here's the one for you. So, would you rather swim with the sharks or skydive? So, do you have a fear of heights? Do you have a fear of sharks? Which would you rather do? Would you rather swim with the sharks or skydive? Now, I've never swam with sharks before. I have skydived once, even with my fear of heights. I did it one time. It was a one time only gig. I will probably never do it again. I was scared out of my wits end when I did it, but my friends talked me into it, and there was like 6 or 7 of us that went and did it. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad I experienced it. I don't know if I'd ever do it again, um, but I did enjoy. I won't say I enjoyed all of it because I did not like hanging outside the plane before we jumped, which is what my instructor did. Um, but I did enjoy it, especially once the parachute came out, and then we were just floating, and he allowed me to steer it, and that was a lot of fun. So I have skydived, never swum with the sharks. That would be interesting. I don't know if I'd like it or not, but you know, as long as there's someone there co- um, to um, control everything. You're with a good guide and everything. May want to try swim with the sharks sometime. Tony G says sharks. James says skydive. Very interesting. Uh, Eddie says, damn, sharks. So we have a little fear there, huh, Eddie, of both. But yeah, we got you in the water now, huh, buddy? And we've got Ross says both, been there, done that. So Ross has done them both. Awesome. Yep, I've skydived but never swum with the sharks, but it would be something interesting to try. So, and Scott, Controversial Cruising, says skydive. Very cool. And Carmen says neither. Not doing that. Not swimming with the sharks and not jumping out of a plane. You know what, Carmen? I do not blame you. Today, I probably wouldn't do, would not, definitely probably would not skydive today. When I did it, I was a little bit more daring than I am now. The older I get, the less daring I become. But So don't blame me there. And Chet says swimming with the sharks. He's a shark man. Awesome. Kuzumski says skydive. I'm sorry. I'll take my chances. A shark weave. Absolutely. That was one of my fears, as we were going. I was just like, I hope the person packed the chute right and it opens up, and they're given the instructions if the, you've never skydived before. You are terrified of heights as it is. And then you're going into your class where they instruct you what you got to do. And the first thing to talk about is this is what you do if your chute don't open. And yeah, that's not a good way to start. But take your chances with that. Absolutely. It would be skydiving was fun one time. So let's see. And then because I'm 300 pounds, a lot of food here for that. Yeah. Hey, I'm right there with you, buddy. Although we're actually we've been doing the 90-day Boost Cruise Challenge, and both Cindy and I are seeing some results. Maybe not as fast as we were hoping to. We definitely have a lot more energy, but uh, we have anyway, myself and Cindy also, but I have seen, both of us have seen results from that. So it's very, very cool. And Ross says, oh my goodness, you have 75 belts. So you have done some on your own, or they have all of them been combo dives? Have you jumped on your own, or have you always jumped with somebody else? That's very, very cool. I've never jumped on my own. Like I only did it once, and it was with an instructor. And I could, I don't know if I'll ever in. And we got Tripping with Dre and Michelle. Welcome in, guys. Glad that you are here. Hopefully, you are having a wonderful evening and everything is going well with you guys. And Cruise Nut says, whale sharks are awesome. Very, very cool. You know what? Maybe it's something like that. Maybe I would do swimming with the sharks. And then Carmen says, yeah, 53 next month. No way. I would have up to 35. Yeah. So I think I was like 30. Yeah. Well, no, I was a little bit older than that. I might have been 40 when I did it. It was in 2010. No, 2009. So I would have been 39 when I did that. So, yeah, because what am I now? 57. Yes. So yeah, uh, I was a little bit more daring back then. Not now, not so much. Ross says also, oh my goodness, you've got my hat off to you, buddy. That is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. All right, we just have a couple more here, I think. So here's one for you. Would you rather travel with an ex-partner or travel with your worst boss? And here's the thing, you're not traveling for a day, you're not traveling for a week, you're traveling for a whole month. What would you rather do? Would you rather travel with an ex or travel with the worst boss you've ever had? Which would you rather do? And Ross says last jump was 15 years ago. Okay, there you go. Hey, Mike, have a great night, buddy. Thank you for coming in. Greatly appreciate it. I know you got to work early in the morning, but thank you so much for coming in. Have a great night, buddy, and we'll talk to you soon. And Eddie says, travel with the ex. Very interesting. Very cool. Instead of your worst boss, huh? And then Ross says, next jump in a flight suit so I can soar. Well, that would be cool. Yeah, doing a flight simulator, that would be very, very cool. And Krishna says, nope, not doing it, not going there. I hear you there. Yeah, I definitely would not travel with any of my exes. And I'm trying to think if there's any bosses I would want to. I'm trying to think of my worst boss. Nah, probably not. I don't think I do either one. I'm with you right there. James says ex-partner. Very, very cool. Uh, some people have great relationships with their exes and would not mind, traveling with them on a vacation or whatever. So, and that's cool. Then and Ross says, neither. I don't go back. There you go. Yeah. Hey, I'm right there with you, Ross. Absolutely. Billy says the boss. Yep. There you go. That might be, because once you're not working with them, if you're not working with them, they might be a different person than if you were. And Scott says, I haven't had a bad boss, but I've had horrible exes. So boss, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I think it'd be a lot harder for people to travel with their ex than with a boss. And Bill says, ex was his boss, not my boss anymore. Uh, and let's see. Chet says it would be like weekend at Bernie's for me. Yeah, some of those could be. Worst boss won't be making it back. All right. Yeah, I've had those kind of bosses, that's for sure. Um, Not a simulator, but real life. And I've seen those Okay, I got you. You're gonna do that for your 69th birthday. Wow. Yeah, I've seen those type of wings that they hold their arms out like that, and also their legs. Very, very interesting. I don't know if I could do that. My hat's off to you, buddy. That is cool. And Keith says, worst boss, he might actually be a better person outside of work. Very, very true. They could be completely different outside of work. All right, here we go. Next one says, would you rather spend 7 days at an all inclusive resort or 7 days on a cruise ship? So let's find out what everyone is in this community. I have a feeling where it might go, but you know what? Some people do like all inclusive and cruising. So which would you rather do? Carmen says her ex boyfriend. Very, very cool. And Eddie says a cruise ship. Yep, that's we haven't done any all inclusives, but are looking at them. So and then whoops, Billy says ship. Carmen says a cruise. Sharon says cruise. James says ship. Uh, Ross says cruise ship. No argument there. Absolutely. Chet says cruise ship. Awesome. All right, guys, let's see. We've got time for maybe one more. More people can pop in on this question if you want. And Bill says cruise. So that is cool. And it's in my name. Absolutely. And Embarkation Nation says cruise. So here you go. And this may be more for the ladies than the guys, but would you rather have a spa day or a shopping day? Or for all the guys, if you have a significant other, would you rather have them have a spa day or a shopping day? But which would you rather do? Um, and some people might enjoy the spa. I've actually done the spas before with Cindy and everything, so not bad. So Sea Lake Journey says spa day. Eddie says shopping. Bill says spa. Cruising Scene says shopping. Keith says cruise. I went to Punta Cana. It felt weird, no ship moving. And Ross says neither. Adult only deck day. Well, there you go. That's a good option also. I like the Serenity deck on Carnival. Carmen says shopping. Sherry says spa. Billy says spa. Embarkation Nation says spa. And James says shopping day. Cindy spent my money. Yep, there you go. Cindy's gonna go shopping. And then Keith says spa. I always get a massage on every cruise. That's awesome. We have done that before. And that's very cool, very cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna do. Don't forget the poll. Thank you very much, Tony. I'm so glad. You know what? I probably would have. So let me close out the poll, guys. I'm going to go over and close out the poll. And again, the poll question was, what would be your favorite cruise? Christmas, New Year's Eve, Halloween, or other? Put in the chat. And it looks like Christmas won at 33%, New Year's Eve at 26, tied with Halloween. So New Year's Eve and New Year's and Halloween tied at 26%. And then other, and people did put them in the chat at 15%. So that is awesome. Thank you all for participating in that poll. And we are just over time, and we are going to end it there. At a couple more, but that's okay. It was awesome. Thank you guys for coming in. Look forward to Tuesday every day, spending time with you. It's been a fantastic day. Thank you all for hanging out with us for the hour. Next week, we're going to do a giveaway. And so you'll find you have to come next week to find out what that is. But at the end of the show, so everyone's going to have to hang out for the end of the show, but we're going to give a giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway. So anyways, thank you all for coming in. Greatly appreciate you guys. Go check out Nautical Nurse Nancy. She is on next, and Ross quick put something up here. Let me read it. Just be aware, if we sell out the rock and roll cruise, I have to get a full body wax before I run around the Lido deck in a bungee smuggler. Oh my goodness, Ross is getting a body wax. That would be cool. Anyways, go check out Nautical Nurse Nancy. Let her know we sent you your way. Type in hashtag O20 raid and go check her out. Thank you all for coming in. Highlight of our week. And everyone have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you all then.